is NBA poeltl number 34. As always, the link is in the description to play along. Go ahead and comment below what you got if you've already played. We've been doing these for about 24 days in a row now, so if you want to see me keep doing them, I'm probably going to keep going. Just like and subscribe. Helps out. And today we're going to do a little different. We usually go with markelle fultz to start every time as our first guess, but I'm going to spin this wheel, and whatever team we land on, I'm going to guess a player from that team instead. So we got the Clippers. So we're going to guess a player on the Clippers. We could go with Zubats maybe. I like to go with players that are a little bit younger, so that way I can just gauge where the age of this player is. So yeah, let's actually start with Zubats. Okay, so this player is pretty young because 25 is gray here, so that means this player is going to be 22 or younger. And their number is pretty high. It's going to be above 40. They're in the West, but not the Pacific, and we don't look up divisions. So, trying to think now, what player would have a number that high? I mean, obviously Jay Crowder wears number 99, but he is too old. We got to think of somebody really young here, and usually when it's like this, like obviously Luka comes to mind, but it was already him a few days ago because he wears a really high number. But obviously the number could just be 43, 44, you know. I don't want to guess Mitchell because the age. I'm going to guess Joshua Primo just because I know he's an extremely young player. I don't know his number at all. And I know he's not 7 foot. He's going to be short. So we'll guess him. Okay, so he was number 11. This player's not in the Southwest Division either, so they're going to be in the Northwest Division. And that's going to be the Thunder, Trailblazers, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Jazz. So this is making me think that it's a player on the Thunder. They're 20 or 21. And looks like they're going to be a forward because these two are, well, it's definitely going to be a forward. They're going to be about 6'7" or taller. Between 6'7" and like 6'10", 6'9", so this player is 20 or 21. So it's got me thinking like MPJ maybe, but the number doesn't really match up. Number above, this number is going to be pretty high, and it's definitely not Donovan Mitchell now, we know that. So I think we're going to just have to try to get the right team, to be honest. I'm pretty sure that when the Clippers and the Trailblazers did a trade, I think they traded a couple young guys. I know one of them I think it was Keon Johnson, but I think he's 19 or so. I'm just going to guess him. Okay, so he's 20. Not on the Trailblazers. This player's going to be 21 years old because 20 is also yellow. Okay, so gotta think maybe Thunder is probably the best team to guess here because they have a ton of young players. And the only problem is a lot of them I don't really know that well because they're tanking. So, we should probably guess somebody on the Timberwolves though. I'm thinking like, man, I can't really think. I mean, I'm thinking like This is, I'm thinking like Jaden McDaniels, but I think he might be too tall. I think we should just guess him. It wasn't him. But, looks like, well, he was the right age. We're down to 3 teams. It's the Jazz, the Nuggets, and the Thunder. I'm honestly thinking Thunder, so I'm just going to guess somebody on the Thunder here. We're going Darius Bazley. Okay. Okay, so Darius Bazley apparently has a teammate that is basically his twin, same age, same height, position, just has a really high number. Like 100% sure right here, it's Isaiah Roby. Now, if he actually fits, and that's unbelievable. Okay, so he's not the right age, but once again, apparently the Thunder are just farming players that are this criteria. This is kind of unbelievable. Now I'm really thrown off. Yeah, now I'm really thrown off. Thunder forwards are that tall. Um, they have a guy named Vit Krejci, but I think he's more of a guard. But honestly, Vit Krejci. Now the number is way above 40, and foreign players sometimes wear high numbers, like Luca did, and Jose Calderon when he was on the Cavs, he did. This is just like totally out of. I think it might be, and I think I'm saying his name right. It was Vit Krejci or Vit Krejci. Wow. This is actually. I actually can't believe this. So the Thunder have at least 3 players that are 21, 6'8". This is actually unbelievable. We've guessed Darius Bazley, Isaiah Roby, Vit Krejci. Look at all this green. And I'm honestly stumped. We have 1 guess remaining. Now, I really am not a superstitious person, but we didn't start with markelle fultz. I just want everyone to remember that. For context, the only time that I haven't got the player was when it was David Duke Jr. on the Nets, and it was the only time I didn't guess markelle fultz. And we've done it again. We haven't guessed markelle fultz to start, and look where we are. We're on our last guess. I'm tempted to show the silhouette, but I don't think it would help because I already have. I've guessed 3 players that basically fit the criteria. Krejci was a guard. Somebody on the Thunder. I know they have Theo Maledon. I think he's a guard. And they have another French guy with him. And I don't know his name. The Thunder just have a ton of random players. I feel like you almost have to be a fan of their team to know them. The only reason I even know Vit Krejci is because of 2K. So let's just go with Josh Giddey. It was Jeremiah Robinson Earl. All right. I just want everybody to look. This is absolutely unbelievable. That the Thunder have farmed this many players that are exactly 6'8". I can't believe that we got the. So if you told me it was a player that was on the Thunder and 6'8" and 21, I guessed 4 straight 6'8" players on the Thunder. Now, obviously, this last guess was just. I mean, we were just throwing in the towel. I would have never got Jeremiah Robinson in a row. Never. I think we've learned that it was fun to do this wheel here. It was fun, right? This was fun, but it obviously cursed us. We have missed the player twice. I wouldn't have got him anyway, but it's just a bad omen, right? It's just a bad omen. So that's our result. We didn't get the player. I still can't believe this. How many players they've just been gathering that are the same exact archetype. They might be trying to take over something. They might be hoarding a certain type of player for some reason. They're just going to bust out a lineup of all 6'8" players and switch on every screen. But yeah, that's about it.